In Malaysia, thousands of cases of child abuse are reported every year. Statistics up to August 2024 show that the victims of child abuse are female compared to male. In Malaysia, 14 child abuse cases occur in a single day. 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused before aged 8. Do we know where the flaw is? Now, we will look at the issue of child abuse, not in the perspective who should be blamed, but through the lens of Bronfenbrenner's ecological system. According to Urie Bronfenbrenner, children do not grow up alone. Their psychological development is influenced by the layers of systems around them. Imagine a small child in the middle of several large circles. First, Mikrosistem, the closest relationship, such as parents. Second, Mesosystem, how these small environments of children interact with each other. Third, Ekosystem, things that do not directly involve children, such as parental work pressure. Fourth, Macrosystem, which is the culture and values of our society in Malaysia. And fifth, Chron, which is the time, dimension, and long-term effects. Mikrosystem, the closest relationships, namely parents and home. This is where love should begin. But if this system is broken, home becomes the scariest place for them. Mesosystem, how the children's small environment interacts with each other. For example, the relationship between parents, the school, or the local community. In cases of abuse, a weak mesosystem is often the reason help fails to reach to the right person. Without good communication channels with parents or authorities, the child will remain trapped in suffering. This is where community involvement is important, because when these systems don't work together, the child's safety is at stake. The ecosystem involves relationships between social circles that do not directly involve the child. Imagine a father in Kuala Lumpur who is facing extreme work, pressure, or anxiety due to the suddenly high cost of living. Even though the child is not at his father's office, the stress is brought home, causing the father to easily lose his temper and vent his anger on the innocent child. Macro system layer is norms, culture, and laws. In our country, the challenge is that society is still steeped in the culture of mind your own business. There are also a few who are still confused between strict upbringing and abuse, so much so that they consider the act of hitting or insulting a child to be the absolute right of parents. Finally, we need to understand the chronosystem, the dimension of time. Abuse is not an event that ends when the physical wounds heal. In a person's timeline, childhood trauma can hide and resurface decades later in the form of depression, difficulty building relationships, or a failure to regulate emotions when they become parents themselves. Without intervention, this history of abuse risks becoming a cycle that repeats itself from one generation to the next. Ultimately, this theory reminds us that every layer in a child's life is interconnected. As parents, friends, teachers, schools, communities, society, policymakers, and everyone in the child's environment, it is our responsibility to ensure that each layer of this system is stable and safe in order to guarantee a healthy psychological development for the children and the future of our generations. Our job is to break this toxic cycle. We need to be aware. We need to act. If you see signs of abuse, call Talian Kasih OTT 15999. Protect the system. We protect the future.